Welcome to Mindfully Chaotic. I'm Amanda Marie, New England-based intuitive healer, community builder, manifestation artist, and founder of Wicked Smart Wellness. Life is a journey unique to each and every one of us, with ups and downs and curves and an infinite amount of possibilities. I know firsthand what it's like to feel defeated, but I've learned how to challenge life and create opportunities in abundance for myself as I move forward down any and every path I choose. My intention is to guide you to harness your own power to create for yourself the journey that you thought was only possible in your dreams. Growth does not need to happen alone, so between myself and occasional guests from the community, I will share with you the tools to shift your mindset, strengthen your intuition, and bring forward all of your intentions. When you live and speak your truth, what you say and do will manifest. Thank you for listening to Mindfully Chaotic.
Let's get the energy going in here. We're here to have some fun tonight. See, a lot of you in here know me. Some of you found me randomly, which I think is wicked cool. Thanks for coming out tonight. Most of all, the most important thing I want everything to know is what you see up here is what you get. I am giving it to you as it comes through. I have some amazing guests from the community tonight that are going to join me, and we're just going to have some fun. But while we're doing that, the most important thing that I want to bring to attention for all of you is when you're looking at all of us up here expressing ourselves and having fun, I want you to think about what makes you happy, what makes you feel good, what you can smile and just start giving no cares about anything else because you're doing what you're meant to do and what lights you up in life. So that's our mission here at Mindfully Chaotic. We're going to get down to the baselines of being humans. We're going to get raw, we're going to get real, but we're going to have some fun because no one said that living life and being responsible means we don't get to do the things that we love to.
So let's do this, baby. Love and good vibes.
I would like to remind everyone that this is a recorded special. So Mindfully Chaotic is actually a talk show that lives in many different places, online, on TV, a few new things in the works, and in person, of course, just like this. So this is going to be our first ever recorded live special. Thank you all so much for being a part of this, and I want you all to remember that you'll get to look back and say that you were. I don't know that our mic stand fits this mic. You wanna? My little sister's gonna come here and hold this mic for us. Always finding a way to come through for me. Thank you.
Give it up for Amanda.
I wanted to set the tone because I'm all about practicing what you preach. So I'm not gonna tell people to come out here and express themselves if I'm not gonna stand here and do it myself as well. So I wanted to start the night off with my original song. It's called Reclaim Me. I barely know how to play the ukulele. One day this song just kind of came through, plus, I'm choking up here from all the smoke, so hopefully it'll sound okay. I'm gonna do my best for each of you. You're good, thank you so much. Wow, you're always smiling and I can't tell when you're declining. If you need help, you need to use your words. Please tell me I can't read your mind. No, you won't believe how hard I try. You look so happy, but tell me, do you hurt? You're a hard worker, damn, you never quit. Yeah, you know how to take a hit. You spent all night crying on the bathroom floor, but you got up. Now you're pushing through and going crazy. Can't stop, won't stop, don't wanna look lazy. Afraid to take that break you really need. Drop the fear, it's time to let go now. Show yourself some love and stand out proud. Be the you that you wanna be. Live your life. Speak your truth. Know your worth. Claim it too. You're in charge of your reality. If you're struggling, it's time to reach out. This is me doing it right now, showing you it's okay to need support. Life's okay once you hear what hurts, promise you it could be much worse. One more time, just say it with me. Today's the day I reclaim me. It's okay to need support. It doesn't take away from my worth. I don't have to do it alone just because I can. I am perfect just the way I am. I can take a break and begin again when I'm feeling like I met my needs. I come first or else I can't help you. If I'm drowning, I might take you down too. So I'll save myself and then I'll help save you too. 'Cause they were like, hey, oh, wow, you're always smiling. And I say, yeah, most of the time. But there are parts of me that you can't see. Each piece of me just as special. Raw emotions dance with my heart now. I'll let the tears flow and find myself relief. Your turn, go ahead, don't hold back now. Breathe deep, ground yourself, let it out. Stretch your arms out, reach out for your dreams. Hold my hand, we can do it together. Stay true to us, face all kinds of weather. Flowing with the wind and planting seeds. Only a little to be done when we do it alone, but with some help, so much can be grown. You look out for you, I'll look out for me. Together we can nourish our community. One more time, just say it with me. Today's the day that I reclaim me. It's okay to need support. Doesn't take away from my worth. I am perfect just the way I am. I can take a break and begin again when I'm feeling like I met my needs. I come first or else I can't help you. If I'm drowning, I might take you down too. So I'll save myself and then I'll help save you too.
I'm Amanda Marie, and I'm grateful. I'm just wicked grateful.
So, you guys are the first people to ever see me play that live, ever. Besides a few people in this room. But I've never had so many people in front of me to get to share that with, and it means the world to me that you're all here tonight for all of this. So thank you so much. And now as we really get things going, I want to take the time to invite my incredible lineup of guests to the stage and tell you about what you're going to see tonight. Look at all these artists. Joining me here tonight, we have comedian Demetrius Hullum. We have drag queen Maxine Harrison. We have musical artist Jessi Tanguy. We have comedian Emily Ruskowski. And drag queen Miss Michael. So as you can see, we have quite the crew. And throughout the night tonight, we're going to have a few conversations with them, get to know them a little bit, ask them about what lights them up, what inspires them, how they even got to this point. Yeah, see, we have some stories to tell, and we're not afraid to tell you about them. Let me tell you that. So we're going to actually get things going first by diving right into a little bit of the performances. And then as we weave our way through the night, we'll pop up, we'll talk a little bit, we'll bounce around. As you know, the bar will remain open if you'd like anything over there at any point. We could not have done this tonight without all of the incredible sponsors who have helped support. We have Authentic Self-Healing. And a lot of them are in the house too, so let's make sure to show them extra love. But even the ones who couldn't make it tonight are watching the recorded specials. So let's also give it up for Modern Events Co. over here in the corner. We have Castle Drive Creations. Overall Arts. Tiffany's Tasty Treats. Alan's Ice Cream Truck. If you're from Peabody, you know what's up with that. And then we have our gold sponsor, who I'm wicked grateful for, Mike Payne with Northeastern Fence. Thank you so much. Without all of you helping put on the show, and for all of you coming out for it, then I wouldn't have been able to take all of these dreams I had in here and bring them out here tonight. So thank you all so much. I want everyone to enjoy themselves. And let's get this started. So first, we're going to have a little fun with Maxine Harrison.
That's what I was thinking about, Amanda. I didn't want to have thoughts.
All right, everybody, once again, let's hear it for Maxine Harrison!
Greetings, Huneros, god of sexual desire, son of Aphrodite. Lay back and feast as this audio guides you through new and exciting positions.
Good evening, passengers. Welcome aboard flight
MH69
with non-stop service to
somewhere over the rainbow.
Please listen carefully to all announcements and do not remove your headphones until we reach our final destination.
My name is Maxine Harrison, your head stewardess this evening.
As smoking is permitted on this aircraft, we ask that you only smoke gas for the duration of this flight to ensure the highest air quality for all passengers. In the case of an emergency, or if you are experiencing shortness of breath, heart palpitations, or dizziness, please notify one of our crew members who are highly qualified in performing mouth-to-mouth. We would like to remind you that most side effects are only temporary, and you have nothing to fear. We hope you enjoy the ride. Welcome to the future.
I was born to be free.
There's a man on the wing of the plane. It's a woman. It's a man. It's a woman. It's a man.
I believe they call them
Maxine Harrison.
Wow, let's show some more love for Maxine Harrison! I knew you put on a show, but damn, Queen, that was something. Thank you so much for sharing that with us tonight. And while we have all the good vibes and the energy flowing, let's see if we can get a couple laughs out here tonight. So I'd like to welcome to the stage Demetrius Hullum!
Oh, my friend, thank you.
And give it up for Amanda one more time, ladies and gentlemen. And give it up for Maxine Harrison. God damn, that was good as shit. I'm from Roxbury. I don't see that shit every day. That fucked me all the way up. But I was over there like, why is my dick getting hard right now? There's a lot of Italian guys in here that are like, dude, what the fuck is going on right now, buddy? Fucking eggplant, dude. I know there's kids in here. I apologize right now. Fuck it. I'm sorry. I'm a dirty comedian. I don't even know if Amanda knows this yet. I'm a dirty comedian. I'm a blue-collar comedian. I say a lot of fucked up shit on stage. I'm gonna try to refrain tonight. I say the N-word a lot on stage. But you know what? I'm not gonna do it tonight. You know, because the problem is I love white people in Massachusetts. You guys are cool. It's those fucking weirdos in New Hampshire I can't fuck with, man. Seriously, my mom always told me, if you get in a room full of people that don't look like you, don't say the N-word too much, because people will get comfortable and they'll say it back. This particular night, I did a show in New Hampshire, and this lady brought her baby to the club I was at, knowing how dirty I am. And I'm like, why the fuck would you bring him here to a strip club? This is crazy. Like, what is it, bring your kids to work night? Why the fuck is he here? So like I said, I say the N-word on stage a lot sometimes. Sometimes like Joe Rogan, I just throw it out there, you know what I mean? And this particular night, I just threw it out there a lot. So I got done with my set, I go outside to smoke a cigarette, and the lady that brought her kid to the show comes outside with her kid. And she goes, Timothy, get away from that man right now. Timothy, get away from that man, go over there and get in that car seat right now. Now Timothy looked confused because he enjoyed the show. Timothy looked at her, Timothy looked back at me, and he looked back at her and said, nigga, I ain't getting in no fucking car seat. I was like, Timothy, my nigga. I let him hit the blunt after that. Timothy looked stressed out. He's like, I pay my own rent, my own daycare, fuck this bitch. This beautiful woman right here was like, oh my God, I wonder what you're gonna talk about tonight. I was thinking the same fucking thing, because when I walked in and I seen all these old white women, I was like, what are we gonna be related to right now? I lived in Danvers for a couple years. I thought that was gonna help me, Maxine. It didn't help shit. It didn't help a fucking thing. I love white women here. I've been traveling a lot. I just came back from Houston, Chicago. I was just in LA for Netflix's A Joke Fest, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you something. Listen, Massachusetts get a shitty rap, man. We get a shitty rap. And don't get me wrong, there's beautiful women in LA, but nothing in this world turns me on more than a white chick from Southie that smokes Marlboros, dude. You've never heard that sexy ass voice? These chicks are only up at construction hours, 6 a.m., Dunkin' Donuts. This is me inside of a Dunkin' Donuts, and a white chick from Southie sees me for the first time. Oh my fucking God, Dinky. Oh, you large iced coffee? I just want to drink, what is that, 6 pounds of caramel swirl? Maybe 7? What the fuck? I'm like, woman, I am diabetic. There's sweet and low in this sperm. You don't want this shit. Ugh. I just can't picture getting freaky with a chick that sounds like the tree from The Wizard of Oz. You know what I mean? How would you like it if I took an apple? Fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? Could you imagine standing there? You gotta listen to this woman order breakfast at 6 a.m. I wonder if they have turkey sausage. Like, bitch, you need a tea with lemon. What the fuck is going on right now? Let's think here. Could you imagine, sir? You look Jewish. Imagine you came home from a long day of stealing people's money, you know what I mean? And she's like, come on in, honey, come on in. You had a long day. I heard you was watching Maxine's show. Take your pants off. Let me suck your cock. Ow! Fucking die, man. White women in Southie, they love using that word, cock. I'm black. I've never heard that word before in my life. Never, ever. What the fuck is that? A cock? I take it you guys are used to it. You guys are used to the cock word. Growing up in Boston, it was weird because I bounced around so much. I grew up in Roxbury, lived in Dorchester, lived in Danvers. So I've had my experiences with a lot of different cultures. I like Spanish people. I love Spanish. We were close to Lawrence. I love Spanish people. I like those big Spanish girls with that little mustache. That's what I like. I call them my little Kiwis and shit. You know. I love Spanish people. My building was Spanish and black. And I don't know about you guys, but is it me or do all older Spanish women smell like good laundry? Am I tripping? I bumped into Maria yesterday. I said, God damn, Maria, did Tide come out with a body wash? She was like, no, it's a game. I was like, you washed your ass first? She said, no, it's game. It smell good. I love Spanish people, though. I love Spanish barbershops. All you white guys in here, stop going to fucking Supercuts. You guys get the same haircut you're gonna get in Connecticut, New York, New Hampshire. It doesn't, go to a fucking Spanish barbershop. You got Lawrence close by. Go to Lawrence. See some Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, experience some shit. These motherfuckers, I promise you, if you go to a Spanish barbershop, I promise you, you won't leave hungry. They're gonna feed you, they're gonna give you cerveza, you know? These motherfuckers cut hair so good. I brought my son to get his hair cut, and this dude came back with a beard. I said, hey man, what the fuck? They lined up his baby hair and shit. I go to pick him up, he's outside smoking hookah, playing dominoes. I'm like, get in the car, son. He's like, un momento, papi, un momento. Ya tú sabes. I'm like, hey kid, you are regular black. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? I say regular black and it throws people off, but the truth is in Massachusetts, when you see other black people, I gotta hold it like a dick. Hello, okay. There's so many kids in the room, I don't want to do a dirty joke.
He then went on to do many dirty jokes, and they were indeed wicked funny.
Hey, that's my time. Have a good night. Thank you so much. I think I went over.
Show some love for Demetrius Hullum! All right. So, that was awesome. You guys were laughing, I was laughing, my dad was laughing. You guys were worried about my kid being here. I had to keep looking over there at him and see what his reactions to these jokes were. But you got him laughing. Before we move on to the next part of our show, I think it's time to shake it up a little bit, and we're gonna do a little bit of some panel conversations. So I'm actually gonna bring back to the stage Demetrius Hullum, Maxine Harrison, and we're gonna pop up Jessi Tanguy as well, who we have not seen yet, but is gonna come chat with us while we're all up here. Get yourselves cozy around the fire. We're gonna tell some stories, have some fun. We got it. You're hopping over there, Demetrius. There's plenty of room for all of us.
Yeah, will this chair hold me?
You?
That chair is lucky. She's creaking.
All right, so once again, at this time, we're gonna have a couple of conversations. And the thing is, I wanna be really clear with you. We didn't plan any of this out. None of them know what I may ask them, where this may flow a little bit, and that's the point. Because we're not trying to script things out and make things look a certain way just to do something. We want to put some real heart behind it. We want to get raw, we want to get real, and we want to be honest. Because the only way that we can get in touch with ourselves and figure out what it is that we desire, that we yearn to be doing, that lights us up, that makes us feel good, is to be true to ourselves. Most of you have heard me say it before. Satya pratistayam kraya phalayastrayatam. When you live and speak your truth, what you say and do will manifest. That is ancient Sanskrit. They've been saying that for a long time, everybody. That's where that comes from. And I have been really realizing that there's a lot of truth to all of that. And I'm sure some of my friends behind me here have also as well. So we're just gonna pass the mic around a little bit and just talk about it. I'd like to start over here with Demetrius. You had us all cackling. You're great at what you do. I realized that before we even met. I was looking through your stuff and I was like, I would be honored to have this comedian on our panel, and I felt seriously wicked grateful when you decided to join us. So I want to pass on this mic to Demetrius Hullum, and I would like you to tell us, what made you decide to go into comedy?
What started me into comedy, I was a class clown in school. Most of our kids are class clowns. You know, as a class clown, I never had that creative path, and I feel like if I did as a youngster, I probably wouldn't have gotten in so much trouble. But as I got older, what happened was I was high on drugs, and I did a lot of Molly, or what I thought was Molly one night. Turns out it was meth, and I went to an open mic. But I know it's all fun and jokes, but the reason why it was the anniversary of my mom's death. So my mom had just died the year before, and on the anniversary date, a friend of mine told me to try open mic comedy, and I went out and did open mic comedy. I was high, but I enjoyed myself, and I got sober that night. So I literally found a new high, you know what I mean? So like being in a room of people that don't look like you, you know, me walking into this room tonight, you know, seeing a bunch of white faces, Italians, all types of cultures, and I'm like, damn, how can I make these people laugh? To be able to make people laugh, to think one thing at once and then laugh out at once is a powerful thing. So for me, it was tragedy. And that tragedy has fueled me since. It's been 9 years since that day. So
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Demetrius. And seriously, could that prove my point anymore? Someone who has the ability to stand up here in front of us and make us all laugh like that, he wasn't safe from dealing with struggles or with trauma. Not everything was going perfect in his life every day. As a matter of fact, it sounds like he was pretty close to rock bottom when he found exactly what was calling him.
I was having fun.
Hey, you just said you accidentally tried meth. I'm not judging, I'm just saying. But seriously, look at that. He went there one night as one different person, and he walked out of there being true to who he was. He found his way, he found his path, and now he's doing what he loves. So let's give it up again for Demetrius Hullum!
Hey, thank you.
And while we're on that path of figuring out what it is that inspired us, I'd love to hop on over here to Miss Maxine Harrison. I know that she mentioned earlier that we did grow up together, which is why it's extra special to have her here tonight. I also have Miss Michael. We all knew each other since we were kids. I have some friends in this audience who have known me through all parts of my life and still somehow shows up and believes in me and loves me. Family, friends, cousins. And when we can bring all of those people together and they just show up like this, it really just goes to show you that it's so worth just pushing forward and just trying when it's all said and done. Don't give up on yourself, because look at what you can do when you don't. So Maxine, my friend, I would love for you to tell us all what it is that inspired you down this creative path of owning yourself, expressing yourself, and showing up for yourself in the way that means the most to you.
Can we all give it up for Amanda one more time, everybody, please? So, as I had said earlier, I've been doing drag for over 14 years, and when I first started doing Drag Race was still very new on television. It was not as mainstream as it is now. So when I first started doing drag, it was literally in my bedroom with my best friend, Miss Michael, over there, and my parents would, watch Michael and I put on Five Below makeup in my bedroom, and we would just go crazy with Wet n Wild, and it was before the time that it was mainstream. Like I was dressing up and cross-dressing because like it's fun and it puts a smile on people's face. Like, did you all enjoy me running around this room? There's nothing scary, there's nothing weird, it is mindfully chaotic, that's for sure. But I did drag and I wanted to be a drag queen because I wanted to be that superhero that I looked up to when I was a kid. When I was in high school, did anyone go to puberty high school? Anyone in puberty high graduate? When I was in high school, we had a very openly gay theater teacher. His name was Richard Carey. And he taught us so much while we were on stage, just about being ourselves and not caring what anybody thought about you. And I just remember going backstage like every rehearsal and throwing on mascara and throwing on like lipstick and just thinking like I could take over the world. And now I walk down the streets of Salem and I know that I can take over the world. So I do. I feel like a superhero.
Pretty good. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Maxine. And it's true, when you're being yourself and you're showing up for yourself and you're just being true to who you are, you do feel a lot more confident and a lot more powerful. How can we get through the struggles and the obstacles that come at us in life if we're our own worst enemy? Like, I can sit here and I can say, some of y'all doubted me, but also that'd be hypocritical because I doubted me the most. I was my biggest hater, as most of us can be. We get in our heads, we create scenarios that honestly probably will never happen. Don't get me wrong, I get it. It can be a defense mechanism sometimes. You want to think things through. You want to be safe. I'm not necessarily saying just take that leap every time. Sometimes you got to lead into it with caution, but sometimes you just have to close your eyes and go and trust the process and trust in yourself. Because if you let the fear of what other people think of you stop you from doing what you love to do or from being yourself, you are only screwing over yourself. And I've learned that the hard way, which is why I'm trying to tell it to you guys so much, because that's what Mindfully Chaotic is all about. I've said that from the first episode that I ever shared.
How often do you say that you want to do something or that you're going to do something, but you don't do it? You keep putting it off saying, I got to do this first. I got to reach a certain level. I have other things. This isn't as important. I'll get to this later. I'll get to this tomorrow. I'll get to this next week. I'll start next month. And before you know it, it's been a whole nother year and you still haven't began. You still haven't done it yet. You're not alone. We've all been there. As a matter of fact, that's the cycle that I'm breaking right now as I record this podcast. Because this is something that I've been talking about for quite some time. And I decided what better way to just start it off than to talk about just doing it. Just taking whatever steps it takes to do the thing that you have been talking about doing that you still haven't done. I'm Amanda Marie, and you're listening to Mindfully Chaotic.
I'm going on this journey and I want to take you all with me. I am determined to figure out how to do the things I love while still living life in this human society, because it's a real society that exists and we have plenty of people around us that we also have to work with. Everything can't all be just about us. I'm not saying that. We have to respect ourselves, we have to respect others, and that's where it starts. So a big theme that we have here has been showing up for ourselves, pushing through the things that might scare us a little bit, and just doing it anyway. So, Jessi, we have not had the pleasure of hearing Jessi's music yet, but we're going to hear some original songs in a little bit that are so on theme with tonight, it's actually ridiculous, because it was unplanned. For those of you that don't know this show was planned 3.5 weeks ago. So everything that's happening was literally, this is the definition of what we call a pop-up. It's all just falling into place how it's supposed to. Jessi Tanguy. A musical artist who's writing her own songs, publishing them online, even though people always say, there's so many reasons not to. So can you tell us, did you know right away and go for it? Was there something that had to push you to get to where you were, that you were able to put yourself out here in the way that you are now?
Oh, it's been a series of small steps, and I didn't really have a template or a mentor growing up, but I always wanted to sing. I wasn't the most popular kid in school. I definitely got bullied, and I always wrote poetry. I was always singing, and I wanted to do something with it, but I didn't quite know what that was going to look like, and I tried everything. I did. I did show choir and stuff in school, but I was never the best. I did theater, but I was kind of more in the chorus. And then I graduated school and I did a little bit more theater. And then I ended up getting involved in a couple of different projects, an a cappella group, a funk band, that they didn't really monetize or really take off, but they were fun. And my cousin and I went down to New York and we camped out on the sidewalk to audition for American Idol. That didn't pan out either. But you take small steps, you take big jumps, so it ends up being a little bit chaotic sometimes, but you just keep trying things. And eventually I had a batch of songs that I wanted to record, and I finally was like, okay, nobody's coming to find me. I have to put these out myself. And I found a producer that I wanted to work with, that I was familiar with their music, and was like, will you work with me? And since I've released the EP, I've met so many cool people just at networking events and events like this. Thank you, Amanda. And I've just met so many cool people just pursuing my music and just always you have to fight for yourself. You have to advocate for yourself. If you want to do something like the idea of being discovered, it doesn't exist anymore. You have to go create opportunities for yourself and find people like this that are also creating opportunities. And, you know, just you have to make your own luck, and that's one of my songs, which you'll hear in a little bit.
Thank you so much, Jessi. Honestly, it's been an honor to be able to hear and share all of this with each of you, and there will be more of that in a little bit. But at this time, I want to thank you all. I am going to ask Jessi to stay up there and get herself ready to set up. And I'm going to thank Maxine Harrison. Let's give her some love again. Thank you. And Demetrius Hullum, thank you so much for coming out tonight. We really appreciate it. So while Jessi's setting up, I just want to chat with you guys a little bit. Because I want to talk about the fact that, yeah, we're telling you all about how these creative people found their way, right? But one of the things I've learned in life is that everything manages to translate to other categories, right? So even though we're over here talking to you about these creative opportunities that we have either found, fallen into, or built for ourselves, I encourage you to take a moment to think about what it is in your life. It doesn't have to be pursuing music or putting on shows or doing comedy. It could be something as simple as carving out the time for yourself to do your favorite hobby. It could be as simple as committing yourself to whatever sport it is, or physical, mental. There's no rules. If you just want to like carve in the time to actually start going out with your friends once a week, every couple of weeks, whatever it may be. The most important thing is touching base and figuring out what works for us. Not trying to compare ourselves to other people. Not trying to figure out what works for everyone else. Hey, cool, we can share what works for everyone else, because if it works for them, then maybe it'll work for us too. But if it doesn't resonate, then move on and just find what does. That's the point of all of this, right? Because how often in life are we just completely controlled by what we're supposed to do, what we have to do, what they told us to do, what we grew up believing, any of these things that just put a stop on what we actually want to. And personally, I don't think that's very cool. I think that we need to be figuring out what it is that we like, and we need to be doing more of it, whatever that may be. And that's why we have Jessi Tanguy here tonight singing Make Your Own Luck, one of her original songs. I'm super excited to be able to highlight an original artist. When I host events, I love anyone who comes and joins and participates. If you want to be singing covers, if you want to be singing anything whatsoever, then honestly, I'm grateful and I'm happy to share and I'm happy to put it out there. But something gets me feeling extra excited when I get to find someone who actually took their thoughts from in here and got the courage to come out and share them with all of us. So, thank you so much. Let's give it up for Jessi Tanguy.
You can have that up. I think I got that up about as high as I can get it, so. Despair isn't always a fast fall or tumble. Sometimes it's a slippery slope where losing hope creeps in slowly. Oh, when you're weary, alone in the crowd and wearing a smile, cracking a joke just to lift yourself up while the ground turns to smoke. You've gotta make your own luck, baby. Shout hell yes or heck no, but never maybe. You've gotta make your own luck, baby. Hustle till they ask you how you made it look so damn easy. Time steals away years in moments and regrets. Gotta find a way to experience what's left. It's never about the money, nor is it about the fame. You'll find the demons, they never will shoulder the blame. yes or heck no, but never maybe. You've gotta make your own luck, baby. Hustle till they ask you how you made it look so damn easy. Distracted in the mainstream by someone else's highlight reel. The vultures are calling out. It feels like the world's giving up on you. Spinning yourself in circles, just like you've always done. You know it's up to you to break that momentum. You've gotta make your own luck, baby. Shout hell yes or heck no, but never maybe. You've gotta make your own luck, baby. Hustle till they ask you how you made it look so damn easy. You've gotta make your own luck, baby. Thank you. So a lot of my songs are things that I needed to write to myself as kind of like a pep talk. And I've always struggled with how gray and cold it is here in New England in the winter. And ironically, when Amanda asked me to play that song out of the songs that I have on the EP, I had just heard an interview with a luck researcher saying, like fortune's kind of like what happens to you if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, but luck is something that you have control over, something that you make by making connections with people, by getting yourself out there. So thank you, Amanda, and thank you to all of the performers tonight. Appreciate it. Thank you. Me, great audience. All right, I usually finger pick this one, so hopefully you still kind of get the idea. Microphone doesn't like me. Still chasing this crazy dream. What if this is what they mean by destiny? Still chasing this crazy dream. I'll follow wherever it may lead. This crazy dream. This crazy dream.
Wow. Thank you so much, Jessi. That's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, Amanda, especially for holding the mic. I've never had someone hold the mic while I finger picked a song.
We got each other's backs here. We gotta do what we gotta do. The show goes on, no matter what little add-on things we gotta do to make it happen, right? And that goes for everyday life, because it's gonna keep on coming. And you know what? The only other alternative to that isn't so good. We want it to keep on coming, even though sometimes things are gonna be thrown at us that might throw us off our feet and make us feel like question why we're going down the path that we're on and if it's even right. But if we just keep believing in ourselves, I'm literally not gonna stop saying that, guys. We just have to keep believing in ourselves, because listen to what she was just talking about, chasing that crazy dream. I know we all have one of those. Some of them on larger scales than others. Some we deem crazy that might not even be that crazy. There are things that we make so much more difficult than they need to be. There's like literal laughs in response to that, because like I'm doing that right now. Like you should have seen me leading up to this. Like I'm human, right? We all are. So like if we actually just, I want to tell you guys that there was a lot of stuff that went off the rails for this, right? I mean, I don't think it'd be called mindfully chaotic if it wasn't. You saw some of it, you didn't see some of it, and somehow we're still up here making it happen. And I truly mean this from the bottom of my heart. I just hope I can remember it next time I'm feeling stressed out, because every little thing that went wrong worked itself out. There was literally no reason to stress myself out, work myself up, start questioning like what I'm doing. I just needed to keep believing in myself, because every time I stopped and paused and remembered to just believe in myself, in the mission, I actually had an awesome friend out there who pulled me aside and literally looked me in the face, thank you, Lauren, and was like, "You are Amanda Marie." And I'm like, "Yeah, I am Amanda Marie." And let me tell you guys, I want you all to do that. You don't have to do it here unless you want to. You're welcome to scream it out. But like, I encourage you to take a look in the mirror and be like, this is who I am. And I love this person. This person's wicked cool. Like, I just turned 30. That's why we're here right now. I mean, what did I literally just get you guys all like to come to my birthday party, kind of? No, thank you. No, honestly, this, like I said, was a launch because of all of the stuff I've been working on and that I have going on. And turning 30 made me start reflecting on some of the things that I've done over the years and what some of my goals were. And I was actually driving past Suffolk University, which is where I started my college journey at 18 years old. And that's a whole story for a different day. Listen to another episode or something. I'm sure I've dragged on about that. But my experience was a little different than what I ever expected it to be. I went to school at 18 years old 100% sure I was going to be a reporter on the sidelines of the Boston Bruins or the New England Patriots. Let's give it up for our Boston teams, Woo! The Celtics, the Red Sox. Let's go! We love our Boston teams up in here. Wicked smart, wicked good. And so like that was what I was absolutely sure I would be standing there, and that was what I was going to do. And when things started taking turns and going in different paths, I found myself working different jobs, trying different hobbies, and somehow, like all these years later, what's that, like 12 years? I'm more of a word person than a math person, but something like that. Some years later, this is when I turned 30, I realized, looking back at 18-year-old me and what it is that I always wanted to do and what I am doing now, I realized that 18-year-old me would think I was wicked cool. She'd be so proud of me for just pushing through and just not letting the outside BS bring me down. Actually, that's bull. I've definitely let it bring me down. I didn't let it keep me down, though. And that's what we all have to keep doing. Like, it's okay to sit in our stuff. We are human, right? So have a bad day, have a few bad days. Take as many bad days as you need. I'm not judging you. Just don't forget to show back up for yourself and not give up. Because if you just keep sitting in it and you just allow yourself to let that become your reality, that's all there is to it, and there's nothing that's going to change. Jessi said it herself when we were talking to her. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to save me. We might have people who come out and help us. Once again, I'm grateful for all of you who are here tonight. I have so many family here, my mom, my dad, my sisters, some grandparents, some aunts, some cousins, some friends that I met randomly last week, some friends that I've met within the last couple of years, and some people who I'm just meeting tonight. And when it's all said and done, this is a form of showing up for someone in your community, and it truly means the world to me. But it's not always as large scale as this. Sometimes it's just being honest with your neighbor, with your friends, about where it is. It's about meeting yourself where you are in life and being true about what it is that you need and not being afraid to ask for help when you need it. Not being afraid to ask for support. We are literally, our humans were built to be with each other, to work together in communities, to show up, not for nothing. When it all started back in the day, humans, they all just figured out what they could do, and they did it. And they brought that to the community, and it was simple as that. So again, I'd like to give you all a chance to think about that. What is it that you do naturally that feels good, that other people might think is hard, that you're like, oh wait, no, that's simple, I like it. Or something that you're like, oh my God, that's so cool, I've never tried it, but I want to try it. Or something that you're like, I used to do that, and I enjoyed it, maybe I should do it again. Take a moment to think about that, and allow yourself to believe that you deserve to do it, okay? So thank you so much for reminding us of this in your words, Jessi. I hope that everyone here was as moved as I was, because listening to those words made me feel some type of way, which is what music is supposed to do, right? That's why I wanted us all to move, even if it's just a little bit. Sometimes just moving that energy around is all we need. So once again, let's show some love for Jessi Tanguy.
Thank you. Thank you, Amanda, for including me in your crazy dream. I hope everybody in this room has a crazy dream that they're pursuing. I know that I want to thank the other performers. We had an awesome showing for Maxine and Demetrius already, and we've got 2 more performers after me. We've got Emily and Miss Michael. And I feel like I already made some new friends tonight, so it's been awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much again, seriously.
Oh, I forgot to plug the... Oh, I forgot to... Sorry, I'm just going to shamelessly plug that I have an EP, and if you're on any of the streaming platforms, it's called Love and Lightning, and that's the
Look
QR
it up.
code.
Let's show some support and love, everybody. So on that note, while we keep the entertainment going, I am going to invite to the stage Emily Ruskowski. And here you go, love. This one should be all charged up for me. Thanks, Amanda. Hi, guys. How are you? Hello. I'm so glad to be here. What a great show we've had so far, huh? Yeah. Good time. I'm a fancy travel lady, but I just got back from a fancy vacation in Portugal. I bought this belt in Portugal. Look at me. Yep, going places, fun stuff. So I'm a therapist by day, which I don't know who okayed that, but here we are, no takesies, backsies. And it's funny because I thought of, what Amanda had said in her opening song too. A lot of therapists say, if take care of yourself first, which, right? Amanda's correct, right? But we often use the metaphor. We say, if you're on a plane, when the oxygen masks come down, you got to put on your own mask first before you put on anyone else's mask, which is true, but I don't use that metaphor. I am a person who's on a plane a lot. If an oxygen mask comes down, I'm not putting it on. I will not be doing that, because if an oxygen mask is coming down on a plane, shit's about to get bad, and I don't want to be conscious for that. If the oxygen mask come down on the plane I'm on, I'm going to start reaching around in my bag and take every pill I can find and shove it down my throat and just knock myself out for whatever's next. Right? That's what I'm doing. I'm not saving myself for that. Absolutely not. You know what happened with my luck is the plane would be fine and there'd be a news article a Delta flight had some trouble, but the pilots managed to turn it around. There was one passenger fatality on the plane. A passenger appears to have overdosed on Imodium and biotin gummy vitamins. Authorities are not sure what happened there. They are investigating. We will find out what happened. I do go on a lot of fun trips. I went to Costa Rica last year. Who's been to Costa Rica? It was a lot, right? So it was fun. It was a lot. I learned something about myself on that trip. Any trip that has the word adventure in the title, that's not for me. That's somebody else's trip. My trip was supposed to be city jaunt with museum tour and gelato crawl. That's where I was supposed to be. Instead, I wound up sleeping in the jungle in Costa Rica for 3 nights. The correct number of nights to sleep in the jungle is, of course, 0 nights. I don't know if you guys are aware. So I went with a friend. We sleep in the jungle in Costa Rica, and we're in these huts, right? And the whole side, it's all screens. There's no door. It's just screens and a roof. And so there's no shades, there's no shutters, there's no curtains, there's no blinds. So I got dressed every morning flat on my stomach like I was in a World War II foxhole. The judgy sloths looking at me like, get to the gym, bitch. I'm like, leave me alone. You're notoriously lazy. Why are you judging me? So it was intense. So our tour guide told us, hey, before you guys go to bed, you're not even going to need an alarm clock. You're going to be woken up by the beautiful, soothing sounds of the jungle, which, as it turned out, were a tribe of local howler monkeys. I don't know if you've ever heard them. They sound like velociraptors. Scariest thing I've ever heard. And he goes, hey, before you go to bed, you are going to want to put any food or medication you brought with you in the safe, because the howler monkeys can, quote, very easily rip through your screens. They will come in and take those things. Don't fight them, and definitely don't scream. They hate that. Good night. So I didn't sleep. The whole time I was there, I was like, I gotta go to battle tonight with jungle wildlife with prescription pill addictions and the munchies. I've never faced that foe before. I don't know what's about to happen, right? So I stayed up all night with clutching a CVS bottle in one hand and a Hudson News bag of airplane snacks in the other. So I was like, all right, when the howler monkeys get in, because it's a when, not an if, I'm gonna try to, negotiate with the snacks to see if I can keep the pills. So they're gonna come in, I'm gonna throw a Toblerone over here and one of those little $12 mini cans of Pringles this way. And then as they're picking what they want, I'm gonna say, hey, if you could please just leave the Adderall. really difficult to get an early refill, and if I call and say it was stolen by howler monkeys, I'm off the list forever. And without it, I don't have the executive functioning skills to get a new prescriber. So please, howler monkeys. By some miracle, I survived. I did not sleep the whole time we were in the jungle, right? So we wake up the last morning in the jungle, I'm dead tired, and one of my friends goes, my friend who booked it, she goes, we're going on a wildlife boat cruise. And I was like, I have had more than enough wildlife. I'm all set. She goes, no, we gotta go on this cruise. And so I had my bucket hat and like zinc on my nose and like, you know, my life jacket, and I kept falling asleep on the boat. I was too tired and falling asleep on the boat, and my friend, instead of like, you know, sitting next to me, holding me up to make sure I didn't tumble into the crocodile-infested waters, she just filmed me. So if you saw that clip with no context, you would be like, oh, cool, female reboot of Weekend at Bernie's. This looks fun. I'm going to watch this. Just me on a boat, just the whole time. And then, because horrors never cease, my friend booked us for zip lining. I don't know if any of you have gone zip lining. You're very brave. It was terrifying. Like, oh my God, I cried the whole time. They have this waiver you go, and it's like, bienvenidos to your doom. Here's the 18 ways we're going to accidentally kill you today. It's terrifying, right? And it wasn't one zip line. It was 13 zip lines, which pick any other number. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Right, so we go, and here's the thing, right? Between the time my friend and I booked our trip and when we went, I lost like 150 pounds, right? And so I did not expect to lose that much. I had a very specific goal weight in mind. And that goal weight was 4 pounds over the zip line weight limit. That's where I was supposed to stop, so that I wouldn't have to go zip lining, right? But Zepbound works too fucking well. And so I had to go zip line, right? I was gonna get there. I was like, oh, there's a scale. I was gonna get there. I was gonna have like a whole act to get there and be like, oh, the scale, I hope I've done enough. I really wanted to. And then when I didn't make it, I was gonna go, no, it's okay. You go without me. There's no reason for your trip to be ruined too. No, I'll just wait for you at the swim up bar. I'm so sad I can't zip line. Right, but we get there and I was like, all right, where's the scale? And the guy looks at me and he goes, nah, you're good. And I was like, oh, I'm not good. I'm very bad, actually, because now I have to zip line. Oh, no, right? And so they get you suited up, and they put me in this harness. I got an REI membership for this trip. I don't know who I thought I was going to become, but it did not work, right? So I'm wearing these, like, REI hiking pants, these, like, light blue hiking pants that zip off in about 18 different places, right? And they're light blue, and they put me in this black harness, which is the least flattering thing I've ever had on my body in my whole life. It looks like someone took a Sharpie and drew like a fupa triangle on me. Just like, what's the part of her body she's most self-conscious about? Let's just really highlight that, and then we'll pull the harness as tight as possible so she has to walk through the jungle fupa first, like Steve Urkel all day. And then cherry on top, helmet. I've never looked worse. And I have this hair, and it was like 1,000% humidity. So the hair's sticking out of the helmet every which way. And everyone who works there is the hottest man I've ever seen in my life. And you're at elevation, right? So I'm wheezing, taking 3 steps in a straight line like I was born with COPD, while these guys are whipping through the trees like it's nothing, right? And then the ladder they have you climb is the scariest, ricketiest thing. It looks like it was put together by 2 9-year-olds with Scotch tape. And so I'm trying to make it up this ladder, and the helmet's sliding down my face, and my hair's I can't see anything, and I'm going up, and the whole jungle is howler monkeys, just, oh, and I'm trying to be quiet, because I think the zippers jangling on the pants are gonna alert the howler monkeys that I'm there, and they're gonna come get me. So you get up to the top of the ladder, and this man steps off the cover of a romance novel to just like lift me up. And I had like dry mouth anxiety voice, and so I sounded like I had auditioned to be a howler monkey and had only made the ensemble. And so this beautiful man goes, hey, what's your name? And I was like, I'm Emily. Hello. And he's like, okay. And he goes, who are you here with, Emily? And I didn't know my friends had like zipped ahead of me, so I was on the platform alone. I thought they were with me, but I couldn't see anything. So I went, oh, I'm here with my friends. And no one else is there. And so he kind of like looks behind me. He was like, and I tried to make a joke. I went, oh, you don't know them. They go to a different zip line school. And I just like wheeze honk laughed at him. And he was like, all right. And then God bless these men. If you like seem nervous, they like flirt with you to try to make you feel better. So this beautiful man goes, oh, you're here with friends, no husband, huh? And I was like, nope, no husband for me. I don't know what's going on. That's a mystery for the ages. Who can say what that's about, right? And he goes, maybe you need a Costa Rican man. And I was like, wow, you are way more confident that I'm going to survive this than I am. I don't know if you saw that waiver. It's not looking great for me. And he goes, no, seriously, you'll be fine. We're very safe here. What are you doing later? And I was like, I don't know, probably going home in a bag? Like, you guys don't have nets here, which is fine, and that's a choice. But if you're not going to have nets, at least have, like, a sniper, you know? Like, because if that rope goes, take me out right away. I don't want to experience that fall. Absolutely not, right? And whatever parts of my body you find that the howler monkeys don't get, please take the goddamn harness off of me, okay? I don't need like a FUPA exhibit at the funeral home for my loved ones. Guys, thank you so much. You have been an absolute delight. Give it up again for Amanda. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Emily. You were amazing. And we are gonna keep this going by calling up our final performer of the night. We figured we'd end it the way we started it, with a little bit of funky fun, right? So I'm gonna welcome up here Miss Michael. For Miss Michael. That was amazing. And while we're still with the Miss Michael magic, I'd love to just bring our last two panelists up to the stage before we wrap things up here. Miss Michael and Emily Ruskowski, can you please join us back over here? Sit around the campfire, get cozy. Now, we talked about how a lot of times doing stuff like this takes a lot of courage, right? What we don't often talk about, how for a lot of us in this world, sometimes doing even like really basic things can also still take a lot of courage. And that's okay. It's okay. There's really no rules. We set them for ourselves. The most important thing that we can do, oh, can anyone guess it? What's the most important thing that we can do for ourselves? Anyone? Anyone? Be ourselves. There we go. Thank you. Staying true to who we are. And like I said, just be proud of it. Those little things. If sometimes it's hard for you to get up in the day and like do like some of the basic tasks that you know are like things that you're supposed to do, and you get those done and it's the most basic thing, right? You're allowed to be proud of yourself, no matter what it's for. So don't let anyone or anything take that away from you. Don't put a measurement on it because, again, there's no rules. We're all
all making up as they go. Literally every rule there is right now was made up by another person, right? Like everything that we believe in was taught to us. So we just have to remember to continue that every day we're still learning, and we can learn new things. We can learn new ways to show up for ourselves, to show up for each other. So with that being said, we have two people up here who, oh my gosh, what a show you both just put on. So we had our laughs, we were clapping, we were dancing, you had us moving around. And with that, like on our last set of panelists, we talked a little bit about what got us going. I actually want to start with Emily specifically, right? Because she can tell these stories and we can all laugh all we want. But there was a real side to it. You were a little scared, weren't you? Yeah, there was no secret in that. I think most of us would be. I definitely don't want to fight any howler monkeys. But with that being said, I was wondering, Miss Emily, do you think you could tell us a little bit about the real side of what is something you do for yourself when you're feeling afraid to help push yourself to keep going?
Okay, when I experience fear, I try to get to the root of the fear, right? So like, there are fears that are valid of like, should I go walk into traffic? Probably not. That's a real fear. That's something that could harm me. So I try to dissect, is this a fear of like something scary that could harm me and I shouldn't be doing this? Or am I nervous about the outcome? So I try to project to myself, what is the outcome I'm afraid of? And if the outcome I'm afraid of is, oh, I'm gonna get hit by a bus, I'm probably not gonna do that thing. But if the outcome I'm afraid of is people might have expectations of me that I might not succeed, or I might let myself down and be afraid that I can't do this. So if it's an outcome, if the outcome isn't scary, then I can get over the fear.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. That is great advice, because like I was saying earlier, a lot of times we make up scenarios that we don't even know are true yet. So, I mean, yeah, you probably could have died with what you were doing. So that is a valid fear, because sometimes we're putting ourselves in that legit immediate danger. But sometimes we feel that same fear when it goes for responding to an email or showing up to that party our friend invited us to in 3 weeks that we don't know how we're going to be feeling that day, right? Sometimes it's something, sometimes it's going to the grocery store. So whatever it is, you just need to lock in and remind yourself what it is that you're doing and just keep pushing yourself. Sometimes it's simple, sometimes it's a little bit more intense. But when it's all said and done, you're still you in all of those moments. With that being said, Miss Michael, you have learned how to truly show up as you, and you're inspiring other people to do the same. Now, I have a question for you. Has there ever been a time that you considered not pursuing what you're doing now, and how did you talk yourself out of that?
Yeah, totally, honestly. I've had like many moments throughout this drag career that I've been going on that I felt like, oh, I should probably stop, like, this isn't working, like no one likes this and that, and I overthink so much. Sorry, forgive me, I'm like still out of breath. I'm like, I was like, geez.
I would not be able to do that.
I was taking deep breaths when I got up here, I was like, oh no. But yeah, like I'm an overthinker, so performing, I usually overthink all of my performances, like to the max. Up until like right when I'm going on stage, like I'm overthinking the whole thing and I'm like, oh, did I make a mistake here? Should I change this? But it's, you know, having someone like Maxine too, where we started together and we started doing makeup together, and Maxine was always a little bit more confident than me, and so I always was like, she was like a little crutch and like, oh no, this is good. Like, she's the confident one, I'll come out, I'll dance, and like, but she's been a huge inspiration to me, and having her like by my side through like these 14 years now has always helped me like go on, and like my family, friends, my community that I'm a part of, like we perform in Salem often, and having all those people around, like I'm always like, oh no, I need to keep going at this, and I feel good about this, and yeah, it's like I've had many moments where I felt like I wanted to stop, and I always self-doubt, and I never felt that confident in myself up until honestly like very recent years. But we're still finding that journey, we're still going on and just powering through, and it's exciting to come out and see people smile and laugh and dance and just take people away for like a little moment from the outside world. There could be a lot of chaotic things going on, and I know like it's kind of a scary time, so just escape for a moment and have fun with a group of people that all, you know, support and feel this love. It's nice, so yeah.
I absolutely couldn't love that anymore. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And honestly, It's so true. There's always going to be moments we doubt ourselves, no matter how many times we do something. We're just human. Those little thoughts are going to pop in. And it's just reminding ourselves to surround ourselves with people who are able to lift us up and feel good, to help us feel confident, those people who will show up with you, for you. And if you feel like you don't have those people, welcome. Welcome. That's what we're doing here with Wicked Smart Wellness and Mindfully Chaotic. We're building a community where everyone is welcome. Everyone is invited to come in, to be themselves, however that may be, whether you want to get up and perform or whether you want to come and grab a plate of Chinese food and dance along. You're all always welcome here, and I can't stress enough how grateful I am for all of you. So one last time, let's give it up for Emily Ruskowski and Miss Michael. All right, well, we pretty much did it, guys. We made it to the end of tonight. Thank you all for joining this journey with me. It's been kind of intense. I do want to say, I couldn't do this without the wonderful sponsors. One more time, I just want to give a shout out to Northeastern Fence, Modern Events Company, Castle Drive Creations, Allen's Ice Cream, Overall Art, Tiffany's Tasty Treats, Authentic Self-Healing, and Grounding with Terry. I couldn't have done this without any of you, and I also couldn't have done this without any of you. I also want to give another special shout out to the wonderful artists who joined us here tonight. We had Demetrius Hullum, we had Emily Ruskowski, we had Maxine Harrison and Miss Michael, and of course Jessi Tanguy. We put on a wonderful show, and honestly, I can't stress enough how grateful I am to have been able to do this with everyone that's here. And even though some technical difficulties came into play and we had to change things around, we don't have time to stop. No, I literally can't right now. We have to leave. We kept the show going for like a while. And since they're gonna kick us out of coming soon. But, no. What's going on? Oh, what is she doing? Guys,
time to refocus.
I should probably focus. Here oh boy. I am getting kind of cold outside. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I know, but can I try to fight this?
In audio.
And I had to beg my physical therapist to put me on a program for the last 3.5 weeks that would allow me to do even just whatever that just was. But it was just me trying to express myself, have fun, bring us all together, and to end this in a fun way. Because that's what we do at Mindfully Chaotic. We live our truth, we speak our truth, and we do what we want to do in a respectful way. So thank you all so much for joining me. And now we're going to sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Amanda. Happy birthday to you. Love and good vibes, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out to Mindfully Chaotic. Love and good vibes.
I just want to take a few moments here because I know I already said a lot of thank yous during the live show itself. But for those of you watching the recorded special, I want to make sure that it doesn't go unnoticed how much your support truly means to me as well. All of these mindfully chaoticas, we don't have a real word for it yet, but maybe that one will stick. All of you people who have joined us along on the journey from day one, those of you who have found us recently, some of you just found us with this show itself. Welcome aboard. I've said it before and I'll say it again, all are welcome here. I can't really even thank enough all of the people who have influenced me on this journey, who have helped me and supported me in different ways. But I do want to give a quick special shout out to my Nana. She unfortunately couldn't make it to the live show tonight because she is living her best life and facing some of her fears. So doing exactly what I, am preaching over here. She went and she is traveling. She is seeing new places, but I hope that with this, I was able to make her prouder because I am so proud of her. And it's things like this and it's these real life lessons that help guide me on this journey every day. So some extra love and good vibes to all of you. I am wicked grateful. I cannot stress that enough. And this was Mindfully Chaotic, a wicked special live special, the launch of a brand new live series. So much more to come. So stay tuned. I'm Amanda Marie, and thank you for joining us for Mindfully Chaotic. Love and good vibes. Love and good vibes.
So what you do? Oh, my love, and you give the best in love and good vibes, huh? Yes, you do.
It's a recorded special.
Yes, you do. Yes, it is. You tell the people the love and the good vibes. What's that? What's that? Wicked Smart Wellness.
Come here.